Hello, this is Alan Robarge, and this is a Work With Your Mind moment. Let's talk about happiness, which of course is a worthwhile topic, especially since I'm a psychotherapist. Most people assume therapy is about making people happier. And yes, that's important, but perhaps more of a byproduct of therapy instead of the goal of therapy. If happiness is your goal, not only in therapy but in life, then you might actually be setting yourself up for more disappointment. I call this setup and the disappointment the paradox of chasing happiness. In this short video, I'm going to outline the harder you try to find more happiness, you end up with less. You see, most of us are dishonest with ourselves when we say that we want to be happier. That's not really what we're saying. We're actually saying we don't want to feel bad. We don't want to feel sad, upset, angry, melancholy, moody, anxious, lonely, bored, or depressed. We lump all of these feelings together and then we label them as negative. So here's mistake number one. We think positive feelings equal good and negative feelings equal bad. Then we make mistake number two. We think if only I increase the positive and decrease the negative, then I'll be happier. It makes sense, right? While it might sound logical, it doesn't work. You see, we humans repeatedly fool ourselves into believing in some kind of underlying harmony to life. We want life to feel good, to make sense, and to reward us with some sense of ease. We want life to be sweet and pleasant and harmonious. As a therapy client once said to me, I don't want life to be messy, and I definitely don't want to feel it when it is. So we find ourselves trying to prolong and maximize feeling good. But what happens when life's not harmonious? When things don't feel so good? When we have this imbalanced allegiance to feeling good, we start working to avoid feeling bad. We start shutting down and turning away from life's discomforts. And as a result, we become less open to our experience. Becoming more rigid and more defensive over time is the end result of this process. So, for example, if I happen to feel lonely, I'm going to shut it down and avoid it. I don't want to feel that. If I happen to feel embarrassment one day, I'm going to shut that down too. Or if I feel sadness or despair, I'll avoid those. So instead of enjoying happiness more, or at least being open to more happiness, I'm actually avoiding huge parts of my life now because I'm living closed off. My approach to living has become more about policing my feelings. And many of us do this. When we clamp down on feelings we don't like, we also clamp down on our ability to just feel. What started out as pursuing happiness is actually a self-training in numbing out. So instead of just living in the moment, we're busy channeling everything through our happiness filter. You see, our feeling function wasn't designed to filter out only the parts we like. If we want more happiness, if we want to let in more of life's joy, then we have to be willing also to feel the full range of all of our feelings, which includes the unpleasant, the uncomfortable, disappointing, rotten parts. Otherwise, we're cutting ourselves off from our own vitality. And vitality here meaning strength, energy, vigor, life itself. We're cutting ourselves off from ourselves. It's really a kind of self-betrayal when you think about it. I'm betraying myself in that moment. The antidote here, the way to work with it is counterintuitive. And this counterintuitive approach to chasing happiness is to train yourself to tolerate the realities of the highs and the lows of life, especially the low parts. That's where the work's at. Anyone can feel good, but it takes some real skill and intention to learn how to manage those bumpy moments, feeling not so good when you experience the absence of happiness, to manage a crippling grief when your partner leaves you, or the groundless fear that follows after you lose a job. Or, you understand, it could be any number of life struggles. You see, it's this willingness, the willingness to work with these challenging so-called negative feelings. They actually diminish when we work with them in this way. Their power over us diminishes when we stop avoiding them. When we work with these difficult feelings and make space for them, in a way, we're accommodating them, accepting them, not avoiding them. And in fact, we simultaneously are making space for happiness. It's this spacious quality, this spacious mind that we're after. Whether it feels good or not is somewhat arbitrary. It's this spacious mind that opens us up to more possibility. So then we're happy either way. Happiness coexists with the sadness. You see, there's room for all of it then. It's like happy, sad is one word. They're not competing against each other. My mind is no longer wrestling with itself, having to choose which feelings are good and which feelings are bad. There's no more choosing. All feelings are welcome. And in this way, all of me is welcome. My entire experience. And this is true acceptance. And to bring this full circle, this is what happens in therapy, or at least in good therapy. We work on expanding our capacity to feel the full range of all of our experiences. And in order to do this, we need to be willing to let go of chasing happiness. Thank you for listening. This is Alan Robarge bringing you a Work With Your Mind moment. Please remember, if you would like to explore these ideas together or talk about other areas of your life, I'm available for individual sessions via telephone. As I like to say, regardless of your location, good therapy is a phone call away. Also, learn more at alanrobarge.com or send an email to alan@alanrobarge.com. And if you liked this video and want to view other just like it, don't forget to subscribe or share it with your friends.